Yes, and how are we doing there, folks? Welcome to Federation TV. It is indeed the 6th day of May 2008, and on this wonderful transmission we'll be exploring the laws of karma under the Federation Carrier-Bat investigation of Orion, which delves into perception, the way we think, and how our perception pretty much is a mirror image of the experiences and circumstances we go through in life. The laws of karma, what we sow we reap, what goes around comes around. There probably isn't a more profound and significant moral or understanding that can help guide us all in life, and what we put out there we indeed get back. And at this time on the planet where extreme climate change is occurring around the world and social unrest is escalating, there's probably never a more important time to grasp the understanding and the laws of karma, as the sooner we get to know ourselves and why our circumstances, our predicaments in our life are the way they are, then we can finally resolve the challenges and resolve the conflicts that we have. It's all about getting to know ourselves and getting out into this planet and giving a little bit of love. So anyway, without further ado, let's get stuck into the laws of karma, and I'll join you in a few moments for some climate change news. Let's go check it out.
The law of karma. What goes around comes around. We reap what we sow. The laws of karma. The law of karma teaches that responsibility for unskillful actions is borne by the person who commits them. In other words, what goes around comes around. What we sow, we reap. Junk in, junk out. Monkey see, monkey do, and boring things happen to boring people. Our life is a mirror to our perception, and our very circumstance is a mirror to our state of mind. Karma is action, and we live our lives as a consequence of our karma, in thought, in word, and in action. Under the law of karma, the effects of all deeds actively create past, present, and future experiences, therefore making each of us responsible for our own lives. And this means that the sooner we take responsibility for the circumstances in our lives, the sooner we can resolve the spiritual imbalances which create struggle and conflict within. Karma, or action, is the activity of the soul through body, both on the physical and mental planes. Just as we can understand Newton's law of motion for the physical universe, that to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, in the same way the law of karma is applicable to the spiritual universe. To every action there will be equal and opposite reaction, which means that if we give happiness, we will receive happiness in return, and if we give sorrow, we will receive sorrow in return. This may also be called the law of cause and effect. It is often said, as you sow, so you shall reap. The law of karma is indisputable. No soul is above the law of karma. The law of karma implies that we are the masters of our own fate. It also takes the problem out of any external God's court and places all our challenges firmly in our own hands. We can blame neither God nor a devil. Nothing happens to us by a whim of some outside agency. We ourselves are responsible for what life brings us. All of us are reaping the results of our own previous actions in this life or in previous lives. The word karma comes from the Sanskrit verb kri, which means to do. Although karma means action, it also means the result of action. Whatever acts we have performed and whatever thoughts we have thought have created an impression, both in our minds and in the universe around us. The universe gives back to us what we have given to it. As you sow, so you shall reap. Whenever we perform any action, and whenever we think any thought, an imprint, a kind of subtle groove, is made upon the mind. When actions and thoughts are repeated, the grooves become deeper. If we anger easily, we create an angry mind that is predisposed to react with anger rather than with patience or understanding. As water, when directed into a narrow canal, gains force, so the grooves in the mind create canals of behaviour patterns which become extraordinarily difficult to resist or reverse. When we take a hard look around us, the world doesn't seem to make much sense. If we go by appearances, it would seem that countless people have escaped the noose of fate. Many an evil person has died peacefully in bed. Worse, good and noble people have suffered without apparent cause, their goodness being repaid by hatred and torture. Witness the Holocaust, witness child abuse. If we look only on the surface, the universe appears absurd at best, malevolent at worst. But that's because we're not looking deeply. We're only viewing this lifetime, seeing neither the lives that precede this one nor the lives that may follow. When we see a calamity or a triumph, we're seeing only one freeze frame of a very, very long movie. We can see neither the beginning nor the end of the movie. What we do know, however, is that everyone, no matter how depraved, will eventually, through the course of many lifetimes, and undoubtedly through much suffering, come to realise his or her own divine nature. That is the inevitable happy ending of the movie. If our thoughts are predominantly those of kindness, love and compassion, our character reflects it, and these very thoughts will be returned to us sooner or later. The law of karma teaches us that all actions are reciprocal, and that ultimately we are all connected. The law of karma eliminates the concept of random activities within the universe. It states that everything we experience, either pleasant or unpleasant, occurs as a result of our actions in the past, in this life, or in previous lives. We get what we deserve, and there is very little we can do about it. For this reason, transcendentalists are unattached to the happiness and distress of this material world, knowing that such temporary things are inevitable reactions to the activities they have performed in the past. Such transcendentalists fix their consciousness on higher things and therefore remain undisturbed in any situation. In many ways, the understanding of karma represents the ultimate justice, as everyone will harvest the results of their actions. And even if karma would not exist, as long as people try to avoid negative actions, the world would be a better place to live in for everyone. So be mindful of your thoughts, for they become words. Be mindful of your words, for they become actions. Be mindful of your actions, for they become habits. Be mindful of your habits, for they become character. And be mindful of your character, for character becomes your destiny. What goes around comes around. We reap what we sow. The laws of karma.
Oh, you little beauty, folks. That was the law of karma under the Orion Caribat investigation. What goes around comes around. What we sow, we reap. And it's a bit like the Native Americans say, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. It's all about what we put into this life of ours that is indeed the mirror image of what we get out of it. And it makes bloody good sense. Alrighty, let's look at some news from around the world on this beautiful 6th day of May 2008. First of which is in Alaska, who have received more earthquake swarms. This includes Missouri and Oregon. Further news looks at the cyclone in Thailand. 350 fatalities from a cyclone. This is also over in regions near Bangladesh, where up to 2 million people displaced from the monsoon and cyclonic activity. We want to check out Mercury and the Moon in the western sky on sundown. It's a bit of a rare event, and to see Mercury at its furthest eastern elongation of the Sun means that we get to see it on sundown. It's a bit of a rare sight. It's only 28 degrees or so from the Sun itself, so if you get the chance and the sky is clear, go say good day to Mercury and give the Moon a hug for us. Anyway guys, we hope you enjoyed our transmission on the laws of karma. We hope some of that information can resonate strongly with you as we enter this powerful and exciting new age and stampede towards 2012. Tomorrow is a wonderful Wednesday where Danny Boy is going to look at some Earth Sanctuary adventure and also some vegetarian cuisine. I'm looking forward to that already. Hope you guys are well and smiling. We'll see you on the next transmission. Take it easy and keep smiling. You little beauty. Woohoo!